All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 135-pound division where Rolly Romero is having a little problem in sparring. And Errol Spence Jr. has a reaction to it, which I have to say, man, falls firmly into the category of classy. And man, need more people talking like this about all this sparring stuff going on. But let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon. We are going to be in the 135-pound division. Now, talking about Rolly Romero and specifically Errol Spence Jr.'s reaction to Rolly Romero having some problems in sparring. Before I get into that, though, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. Also, if you're a longtime subscriber, as usual, thank you guys so much for your continued support. Thank you to Barbara D. Thank you to everybody that supports in the super thanks of videos like this, like Mr. Pragmatic, Matty Yole, John Boy, and the rest of you guys. Thank you so much for continuing to support the channel. Also, but let's get into this, okay? Because this is an epidemic in boxing right now, which is people marketing themselves by releasing sparring videos, and people having, obviously gonna have reactions to it. And the latest one that has taken place was released last night, and it was at the to the detriment or the expense of Rolly Romero. If you're not familiar with who Rolly Romero is a former 135-pound title challenger. In his last fight, he was seen getting knocked out by Gervonta Tank Davis with a check left hook coming off the ropes. And it appears as if he lightning struck twice upside his head when Jahan, I believe it's Jahan. I don't think it's John. I think it's Jahan Ingram. Did the same thing to him in a sparring match where you can see that they're in Mayweather's gym and they are sparring. Rolly Romero throws pretty much the same combination he threw against Gervonta Davis. Jahan Ingram throws a check left hook coming off the ropes, just like Gervonta Davis did, and winds up laying out or knocking down Rolly Romero, just like Gervonta Davis did. Now, should this come as some big shock to everybody? No. But what does, and then I have to put this part in it because I'm sure you guys have seen the tape by now. If not, go to my YouTube shorts. It's up there. You can see it. There is a trainer in the corner who shall remain nameless, even though I'm pretty sure I know who he is. I see him pretty consistently in Mayweather gym, training other fighters, who jumps up and down, hooping and hollering about the knockout taking place and Rolly getting knocked out. And Errol Spence Jr. responds and says, look, what the heck, lame, what the F a coach doing, what the F a coach doing in the ring, jumping up and down, yelling, celebrating the sparring KO, no class at all, laugh out loud, right? So let me read that again more smoothly. Lame, what the F a coach getting in the ring, jumping up and down, yelling, celebrating a sparring KO, no class whatsoever. Well, look, man, class has been out of session, okay? I don't know if you guys remember all of those, remember that cartoon, Fat Albert? When I was a kid, it was a cartoon called Fat Albert, and there was always this running joke where a guy would say, hey man, you like school on Sunday. And what do you mean I'm like school on Sunday? No class at all, right? So that is what it reminded me of as soon as I heard that. But I've been saying for a while, man, None of this stuff is classy. None of it. For example, you've got Rolly Romero, right? Who I have to say, I don't want to say he deserves it, but man, if there is somebody that deserves it, man, it could be Rolly Romero, because Rolly Romero pops up off the lips about all kind of stuff all the time, calling people garbage, the worst fighters ever, did what he did here, what he did to this person, what he did to that person, right? This person's trash, that person's trash, right? So to see it kind of come around on him, it's almost like, it's kind of like karma. However, there's all kind of this sparring stuff being thrown out there, being put out there about guys where a guy can barely get in the ring anymore with somebody without having rumors out there that the man got knocked out, right? So you have, just to count them, right? You got Terrence Crawford getting almost knocked out in sparring by Brian Norman. You have the original one, which is Errol Spence. Now, Errol Spence Jr. said that, actually, I don't think he ever said anything about Floyd Mayweather Jr. other than was good sparring. But this whole trend of what happened in sparring being a big deal, I can track it back to him and what happened with him. Now, I know that there was also, rumors that people had before about Ali sparring and what happened with Ali and Larry Holmes. Also, there was, talk about what happened with Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Paulie Spadafora, where that tape got out, But now it is just a running regular thing where people are pretty much growing their career and growing their reputation off sparring matches that they have. You have guys tearing down other guys' fights by talking about how bad the sparring session was. For example, you have Devin Haney talking about Hector Garcia going into the Gervonta Davis fight and saying, "Look, man, it's he's so terrible. I had to put him out of camp." And then releasing the sparring tape, and I saw the sparring tape, didn't look anything like that, right? My understanding is that for a long time, man, people used to say, what happens in sparring stays in sparring, and the reason that I understand that is the case is because people are in sparring working on things, right? Like, for example, if you get in and you're fighting somebody's preparing for a fight and you're the first of like 3 guys that are sparring, this guy's had this guy is either fresh, been training in training camp, he's either the second guy, and he just got done sparring somebody else while you're sitting on the sideline jumping ropes, stretching, not training for a fight at the time, get in the ring and have a hard time with them, right? I mean, that's not exactly an even playing field. Also, you have the issue of the fact that people are wearing headgear and people wearing heavy gloves, right? And, you're also, can just get caught out there and that's how you learn in sparring, right? So it's just silly. I mean, I don't think you'll see it in other sports. Like there are professional tennis players that play practice matches with one another all the time. Amateurs and pro play practice matches with each other and prepare each other, for tournaments, play during the off season. And, a guy may get the best of one guy one day, but that doesn't mean that that's going to be the same thing as what's going on, under the bright lights. So, yeah, to me, I just think that all of this conversation about what happened in sport, what's happened in sparring is a little bit bad sportsmanship. Jumping up and down, celebrating a knockout in sparring, I'll leave that to Errol Spence Jr. about how classy that is. Rubbing it in Rolly's face that he just got sparked. I'll leave that up to people that do that on a regular basis to see how unclassy that is. I personally just think the whole thing is questionable. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.